So the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. This is a very famous quote by Aristotle. In fact, it's one of my favorite quotes. And I use it often not only because it sounds good, but because actually it resonates with a lot of the issues and challenges that people face and how they would like to, and access to overcoming or dealing with those. So a lot of times organizations talk to me about how they want their employees to take ownership, right? Act with ownership. And the employees also sincerely want to be able to do that. But how do you do that when really you don't own shares? You're not the founder. There's nothing really vested other than the fact you get a salary. So you just do your part, right? What more can you ask? And how can you actually do more? So this is a constant struggle. And so when people say, how do I take ownership? What does it look like? How do I act from the collective versus an individual? And an example that I like to use to illustrate this, so that you can maybe see for yourself, is like it's an example where recently there was a surprise party for someone. And all the guests were meant to, of course, arrive there before the person celebrating the party so that they can hide and get ready to say surprise. So what happened is this one guest arrived duly, did their part, which was on time before the birthday person arrived. And they noticed all the shoes neatly arranged right there at the doorstep. And all they had to do was place their shoe there and go in and join the rest of the party, right? Now, that's if I was just acting as an individual and was perfectly valid. I've done my part, right? I'm there on time, early in fact, ready to surprise the person. But if I'm standing in the collective, which is I'm standing as the party for the party, and what was the main intention of the party was to surprise this person. But those shoes there obviously were going to give away the surprise. So if I'm standing at the collective looking at those shoes, I know I need to do something. And so what I would do as a guest is I would go in there and have everybody come out and remove the shoes so that the intention of the party, which was it was going to be a surprise. And that's what happened. And it was a great surprise. So there's a very big difference when we are able to take an action from the collective versus an individual. So the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.